We've got quite a variety of lovely going back in the past for some good warm-hearted stories, some unusual funny stories, as well as some funny videos here. Welcome to the Snowflake Christmas Day special. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Reganelite, and welcome, guys, to Snowflake's Christmas special. So here I've produced this video in advance for you guys, as I am not here on Christmas Day, unfortunately, in person. This is dropping as a premiere video, but if you are watching this from the premiere video, I can't promise I'll be there in the chat, but I will try to be on Christmas Day for you guys. But if you're watching this after, do hit the like button, share and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope that you enjoy what I have for you guys. Quite a variety of funny videos, as well as some nice warm-hearted stories, as well as some funny news to go with it, guys. So let's have a bit of fun, shall we? I hope you guys like the Christmas jumper. Unfortunately, I got a green one here with the gremlin on it as well, because it's a green one. It's faded into the green screen, so it might be messing with your eyes a little bit here as well, so I do apologize for that. And yes, there is a bit of a Christmas tune playing in the background whenever I come to the main cam. I played around with the volume, so hopefully it's low enough so it won't be too much in the way for you guys. So we're going to start by sharing some wonderful light-hearted stories for you guys, and then we'll go into the funny news stories. But before that, guys, there is this breaking news that has just literally come in that we need to jump over to. We need to jump over to this immediately. This unfortunate, terrible, tragic news has just come to us, guys.
Welcome to Broken News. Reports are coming in from Westminster of the sad death of a cat. The government has just made the announcement, and it looks set to dominate the news for the foreseeable future. Our reporter has more.
It was at a hastily arranged press conference here at Downing Street where we, along with the rest of the compliant UK media, learned of the unfortunate demise of this cat. Before today, Broken News had been investigating allegations of substantial corruption in government and looking at numerous claims that a senior MP has for years been a big old sweaty nonce. But all of that unimportant news has now totally paled into insignificance by the unexpected passing of this unlucky feline. The government earlier presented the fallen tabby for broadcast and print media. They laid the former furball out on a table, and we all turned our undivided attention to its dead, stinking carcass, taking loads of pictures and vids so we could report the hell out of it and nothing else, like good boys and girls. It's the 78th little kitty cat to have died this year, meaning the news cycle has been somewhat dominated by the perpetually persistent perishing of these poor pussies. And one member of the opposition has claimed all the snuffed out snogglebums are a distraction from something far more sinister. But just as we were putting that to the number 10 press office, another cat sadly died. We'll get you more on that dead one as soon as we have it, but for now, back to you.
What a lovely story. Well, a brief look at other news, and let's get the latest on the inquiry into serious allegations that the senior MP gave sexual favours in return for... Oh, and I'm just hearing about the sad and unexpected death of a cat. We'll have a special feature-length programme paying tribute to that cat later on tonight, and Broken News will interrupt all scheduled broadcasts for a dedicated week of programmes on this tragic story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Terrible tragedy. What a terrible start to the show, guys. The deaths of cats. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. How could that happen? It was supposed to be a nice. It's supposed to be a nice video to put together, and that happens. I can't believe Winky Woo is dead. Rest in peace, Winky Woo. So, guys, here's the first lovely story for you guys. These good news stories that I'm going to be sharing, some of them with you guys, are stories that I've already covered, but I wanted to bring them back as nice, warm-hearted ones to remind you all that while I do cover difficult news, uncomfortable news, I want to remind you guys of just how wonderful people are out there. And I'm going to start with one good news story that is my personal favorite from out of all the news that I've covered from the good news. So this is from the website Good News Network, who sadly they don't produce any news content anymore, which is a shame. So so they don't really have anything. They never update it anymore. But this is one of my favorite stories out of all the good news that I've ever covered. And this is this 10-year-old girl's idea for a post box to heaven is rolled out nationally across cemeteries in the UK. Now, this was, of course, last year, early December. But this story, this idea, for me is one of the most touching stories when I think about people who no longer have a way of saying goodbye or catching up with with loved ones who are no longer here. And one of the best ways they can do so is literally by writing a letter, writing it and just sticking it in a post box, in this thought that it will get to them somehow in some way. I think it's lovely. I think it's really and the idea from a 10-year-old girl is really moving to me when I think about it. So a young girl's idea for a post box to heaven so she could write to her grandparents has been realised at cemeteries across the UK. 10-year-old Matilda Handy came up with the succession after both her grandparents died 5 years apart. Her mother, Lenny, approached the Geeling crematorium in Nottingham last year with the idea, and they heartily responded by erecting an old post box painted in white and gold just in time for Christmas. The emotional endeavour had proved so popular that they now been rolled out across 40 sites in England, Scotland and Wales. Matilda was the first person to put a message in our first memorial post box at Geeling last December, said her mum, who works for the company. We had no idea then that 1 year later there would be a memorial post box at every one of West Heliers Group's sites, bringing comfort to people all over the world. Matilda's grandmother worked for the post office, which made the first Letters to Heaven box even more moving. Absolutely cool. Letter for those to heaven. That's so cool. Soon after installation, more than 100 letters were dropped in the first box, which aimed to be a comfort to relatives longing for loved ones on anniversaries and holidays. The idea has since been adopted by UK funeral directors too, and Lennon said other countries are doing the same. Matilda told SWN News, "I'm so thankful that our post boxes are just able to help not just me but my friends and family, but people all over the UK and as far away as Australia. It's just a very nice way to express my feelings and send a letter to them to say how much I love them." Her mum confirmed that Matilda was always saying that she wished she could send the birthday and Christmas cards to her grandparents to read in heaven. Matilda was so used to being around postboxes and letters and always wanted to send a mama one. A lot of people miss sending cards at Christmas time, and they find real comfort in sending something. Whether it's a child drawing a picture or an older person sending something to their loved ones, it helps the process. West Heliers Group, one of the UK's largest independent owners and operators of crematoria and cemeteries, said the positive feedback from the post box prompted them to commit to installing memorial post boxes all over its site by the end of the year. And here it is here. So it's got one of the post boxes, and it says here, "Thank you for taking a moment to stop by our special post box. Whether you wish to write to your loved one on the day of an important anniversary or have nothing specific reason for doing so, this is a dedicated place for posting your letter." So it's there if you ever want to post. It's really nice. I like the colour as well, the white and gold. I think it's very appropriate. The group estimates that around 3,000 letters, cards and messages have been slipped into the memorial post box so far. Debbie Smith, CEO of West Heliers Group, said the legacy of Matilda's idea is helping to bring comfort to thousands of bereaved people across the country and beyond. We've received so much incredibly positive feedback from people who tell us they have gained their therapeutic benefit and comfort. Initially, we thought the post box at Guinea was just there for Christmas, but all our boxes are available all year round for people to post cards whenever they wish. Schoolgirl has also written to King Charles to see if he might want to install one outside Buckingham Palace to remember loved ones such as the late Queen, Prince Philip, and Prince Diana. I don't, as far as I'm aware, they have not done one, which is a bit of a shame. But I love this story. I love this story because it's the idea not just came from a young girl, but what it could mean emotionally for those who have lost loved ones and not getting a chance to say goodbye to them. And that's a special thing for me. I think that's to me to see that what this young girl's a simple idea, but for people to actually take it on board and actually use it, and what it actually means to people, to give them, you know, when it's much harder for people to live on when their loved ones are no longer with them. When their loved ones are gone, it's very hard for people to have the strength and the will to keep going. And if this is something that helps them, that gives them the strength to continue to live a life for as long as they possibly can, then it's a great thing. Because I think about my grandparents, both sides of my grandparents, when they both lost their husbands, and I remember how difficult it was for them. You know, after that they feel incredibly lonely, and it makes me think about, you know, imagining them coming and just writing a letter, and it could just be a massive uplift for them. This is definitely something that I generally I'm really love. As in any, like lots of other wonderful stories, is this also this one old one that I've covered as well, also from the Good News Hub. And a hero abandoned a dog, saves 38 other animals, and then is adopted herself. I love this story. Now, I've covered quite a lot of the wonderful animal stories. Now, I like this one in particular because it's not just about the abandoned dog, but what the abandoned dog does to help other dogs as well, to help other animals. And that's what's incredibly powerful about this story, is to show that yes, this dog was abandoned, but this dog also cares about the well-being of its other animals. And this is what makes this one so special. So, a remarkable tale of animal heroism unfolded when a 10-year-old basset hound ran away from her neglected home and saved tens of thousands of other animals. The dog, now amply named Hero, wearing an ID tag that led animal control officers to a house with 38 animals in dire need of rescue. Hero sparked a rescue effort that saved 36 dogs, a chicken, and a cat from a life of neglect and suffering. The shelter recognised the dog's incredible bravery when naming her. We've given her a name that's worthy of her, and her last name of Savory, which means to save and protect. And shelter staff at the Humane Society of Concord and Greater Carruthers Country in North Carolina, USA. This is so powerful, because it saved itself, but it also went out of its way to save others. This is what I really love about this story. Judy Sims, the executive director of Humane Society Concord, described the terrible state in some of these animals as the shelter came in. They were in small cages, some sleeping on feces on beds, had injuries, several were embedded, they were filthy, most had medical issues. The Humane Society took in 15 of the dogs themselves, including Hero, with several other smaller animals taken in the others. Members of the community pitched in to help cover medical and other expenses for the rescued animals. Despite Hero's sad backstory, she's proof that dogs are resilient creatures that only show love that is unconditional, the shelter wrote. Hero there, picture of Hero there. Hero looks sad, but Hero also saved the lives of other animals, not just itself there. Thankfully, many of the animals, including Hero and her two friends Dave and Esther, have now been adopted. Dave is a very sweet American bully who has a very large open wounds and muscle loss over his weight. But now, over a month later, is fully recovered and even put on 5 grams of weight. Oscar is an English bulldog who, according to the Humane Society, is sweet with all people and is always looking forward for something to investigate. And there's those two there as well. I love this because of what the dogs did. You know, that's really powerful. I think it's really, really strong. You know, we hear about suffering of animals. You know, we know there are in the world there are animals being suffering, animals struggling, and it's just wonderful when not just one dog gets saved, but the dog, it turns out that he saves others from neglect as well, which is, I think, is even more poetic. So a wonderful story to look back on. And like I said, do check out the playlist of the Good News Good Vibes. There are loads of wonderful stories, and I do them every Sunday at 8 a.m. for you guys. So do check them out if you do get a chance. The next lovely warm-hearted story I've got for you guys is one of the sweetest ones that I've ever covered. If I can play the video, I will play the video for you guys as well. Yeah, I should be able to play the video for you guys as well. This one, when I remember covering it, actually brought me to tears. Luckily, I didn't record myself in tears when I did so, but I love this one. So this is from My Positive Outlook. Positive Outlook still do, every now and then, they do good news stories. So do check out the website, My Positive Outlook, if you want to check them out yourself. This is one of the stories from earlier this year. A mum was stunned to learn her phone message from her child who had been non-verbal until recently. This is what's so amazing about this story, is this child has not been able to have the courage to talk to speak to mum, to say anything to her mother. And through the power of technology, the child was able to say to the phone, or using the technology to say something to the phone, because the child just didn't have the courage, or was able to do it directly to her mother. And this is what was so amazing. So let me share the story with you guys. Through proper use, you can harness the power of technology in child development and avoid its negative effects. One good example is when a mother lets her young daughter use her phone to film her treasures and is surprising by what she finds. Delphine expert 5-year-old Zoe has autism and didn't talk until recently. And this is a picture of the lovely girl here. And when Zoe started playing the violin last fall, she also began saying mum and other words, Delphine had told Newsweek. 10 months later, Zoe can now talk a little and enjoys it. And she left a message on her mum's phone that make TikTok users cry. A video posted on the May the 11th shows Zoe's pointing out dandelions, a pine cone, and the sky. The little girl's voice lights up with excitement when the camera turns to mum. And the clip has been viewed over 3 million people over. And there is my beautiful mum. She's the best mum. I love her so much, and she's the best mum in the whole world, Zoe said in the last part of the video. Delphine, 50, told Newsweek that she's waiting for a relator to their Congo when Zoe got bored and asked to use her phone to record some treasures. I didn't think that one of my treasures she found on the way. She captioned the video. Delphine said she almost deleted the video but decided to keep it because of the heartwarming ending. She described it as cute and spontaneous. The clip has been liked by over 470,000 people on TikTok, with many users commenting on Zoe's overwhelming love for her mum. One viewer said parents of teenagers were crying after watching the video, remembering when their kids loved them so much. Many people commented on Zoe's exciting voice and said a dandelion as a dandy one. The mother told Newsweek that while people find Zoe's speech adorable, it's still a big challenge for her daughter, who has only recently started talking. Autism affects 1 in 36 US children by age 8, according to a 2020 Centers for Disease Control and Prevention CDC report. People with autism often have trouble communicating and interacting with others, and it is a complex condition that affects people in different ways. And meanwhile, Delphine's homeschool her daughters full-time with help from teachers and autism specialists, and she cares for Zoe around the clock. She started sports and music, and Zoe has improved significantly. Delphine's social media page features videos of her daughter playing, dancing, and skiing. Technology can positively impact our lives and our children's lives, but it's important to use it wisely, according to the Kids Care Club. And technology can boost a child's creativity and learning. Kids can explore their interests using digital tools like music or writing. Many apps help build skills. Study House shows how tablets and technology can enhance playing creative without replacing traditional learning. Moreover, technology helps kids stay connected with distant family and friends. It also lets them play games with other kids, teaching teamwork. STEM learning is crucial for their kids with their skills and the need to thrive in their future. By introducing technology early on, preschoolers can develop a strong foundation for science, technology, engineering, and maths. Interactive apps, educational games, and online resources can spark curiosity, problem-solving skills, and a love for learning. This early exposure prepares young minds for more complex STEM challenges as they progress through their education. Oh, wonderful picture of them there. Moderation is crucial to harness the power of technology in child development. But many people use it too much. Excessive screen time and even by parents can hurt family relationships. As kids grow and use more tech, setting rules and encouraging real-world activities like playing and talking to friends is important. These help kids learn to understand others, solve problems, and be curious. Except no screen for kids under 2 and only a few hours a day for older kids. Parents should lead by example and limit their screen time to keep things balanced. We can watch Zoe's. Yeah, we'll see if we can play it for you guys here. 1 second.
Finally tonight here, the mom, her little girl, and what she captured. Tonight, the incredibly moving moment caught on a mother's cell phone. She will forever cherish it. 5-year-old Zoe Expert asked to borrow her mother's cell phone, telling her mom, Delphine, she wanted to look for treasures and video them. Zoe has autism and has been nonverbal up until a few months ago. Her mother has noticed that letting her daughter explore, dance, play music, ski, it's all started to help her talk. Her daughter communicates in other ways, Mom says, including lots of hugs. But still, Mom Delphine has never heard her daughter say, I love you. So Mom was astonished when she saw what her daughter had recorded. Just listen.
This is a pine cone. This is dandelion.
I just have to pause it briefly, guys, because you have to understand that there is music playing. So there's a possibility that I may get a copyright or some sort because of the music. So I do apologize.
This is another dandelion. This is a grass. This is the sky. This is the clouds. This is my car. This is my house. And there is my beautiful mom. She's the best mom. I love her so much. And she's the best mom in the whole world.
Ah, that's so. I love that. That is so cute. Ah, it's just so awesome, isn't it?
Zoe's mother.
That is just so awesome. I'm not going to play anymore. I just hope I don't get told off by YouTube. I really hope not, for you guys, because it'll really suck if so. But yeah, absolutely awesome stuff. Yeah, this is one of the ones you struggle. I would not be surprised if anyone watching this didn't shed a tear or two, because it is pretty powerful. That is for sure. It is quite wonderful indeed. So guys, before we got one more good warm-hearted story, and then we got the fun stuff, guys. We're gonna have some funny news stories as well, some funny videos to go. So don't worry, it's gonna be some real fun stuff a bit later on, guys. So if you are enjoying the content, please hit the like button. Please share this across social media so other people are notified of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. There is an outside possibility that I may still get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I say an outside possibility, but if you can help me get there, it would be greatly appreciated. But I hope you guys enjoy this last good news story that I've got. We've got plenty more content to come here on this video. This last one is also from My Positive Outlook. It's a struggling single mum that receives life-changing surprise after waiting tables for a group of students. It's amazing how when you are doing a job or work, you know, sometimes you do something that you love and you've always done, and you've always wanted people to give back, and it means the absolute world when someone gives back. It means the absolute world. It is because it shows that it's not always about the money, it's about the effort. And sometimes when you go the extra mile, you can be recognized for it. And this is one of those stories, guys. So being a restaurant server is tough. It can be fun, but the job is demanding. Servers work long hours and the job can be physically tiring. However, it'd be more challenging if you were a single mum caring for your kids after a long day of work. Christine Anderson, a single mum of 4 in Florida, works as a restaurant server at Chile in Merritt Island, serving 6 days a week to support her family. And I've been saving and crashing with friends and just scraping every penny to try and get us in an apartment, she wrote on Facebook posts. About a year ago, Christine, a struggling single mother, had a life-changing experience when her high school students performing The Hunchback of Notre Dame came to Chili's for dinner. Christine and her colleagues attended to them during the meal, but something remarkable occurred at the end. As they left the restaurant, the student left a generous tip for Christine. The kind server, it was about 60% of the bill, and moved the restaurant server to tears. I went back to count it and saw $300 and I hit the floor, Christine said. My knees came from underneath me and I started bawling. After sharing the student's incredible gesture, Anderson was moved to tears. Shortly afterwards, she expressed her gratitude in a post on our local Facebook group. That's amazing. Christine said her teens restored her faith in humanity. She praised the kids' parents for raising such admirable children. Following her Facebook post, her life improved. In addition to the financial aid from the 25 teens, she received support from strangers who read her post. After her post, several group members contacted Christine and offered to help her pay for some of her utilities. The struggling restaurant server never expected one dinner to lead to such overwhelming kindness. Christine's last visited Merritt Islands High School and was happy to reunite with many of the students who have recently significantly impacted her life. We did something other than performing for our school. We did something for the community, and it makes me really proud, said Sophia Kroger, a student. Motherhood is tough, especially for single mothers who face unique challenges and pressures. Despite their strength, they can still experience severe burnout or exhaustion, said ACENDA. Single mothers face several challenges that affect their work-life balance, emotional well-being, financial stability, and decision-making responsibility. Balancing lecture and work can be difficult for parents due to their pressures to provide for their children. This often results in working extra hours and having little time for themselves. They also experience emotional struggles, feeling lonely and depressed without someone to share their experience with or help with parenting duties. Financial support may be lacking, leading to guilt and added stress. Additionally, single mothers bear the burden of making significant decisions for their children without the support of a partner, which can be daunting and overwhelming. Single motherhood can be isolating, but remember, you are not alone. Despite its challenges, there are resources and solutions to support you along the way. To navigate single motherhood effectively, consider the following suggestions. Build strong, a group of people that can help you. It's important to have family and friends who can count on you when being a mum can get tough. Ask for help to show how strong you are, not weak. Connect with other mums who are raising kids alone. You can find them online and in person. Have conversations with someone who understands your situation and can improve your mood. Take time just for yourself. It might be hard, but it's important. Ask your support system to watch your kids so you can get some time alone to relax. Get help from professionals if you need it, whether you need it, someone to talk to, help with money, or just general support. Some people can help. You can watch the video below. I'm not going to play the video for this one, but yeah, it's in the playlist. All these good news videos that I've shared with you guys so far. All these are lovely Walt Harmit stories. If you like them, do check out the playlist, the Good News Good Vibe playlist on the YouTube channel, and you could check out them and all the wonderful, good, warm-hearted stories just like this one here. And it's actually it can get, after a while, sometimes it takes a while for good news stories to pop up. I also want to stress, if anybody does find lots of good news and good warm-hearted stories, to please let me know and add them to share them on the Discord community so that I can share them and put them out there, because I want to keep this going as long as I possibly can. I've been lucky enough that I've been able to keep finding good news stories going for so long. I'm not sure if it can keep going on every week, because it can be quite difficult to find good news stories, even using the same websites that I use, because I think it's really important to remind us that the humanity, the decency, the kindness in humans. We always see the negativity, and this is, for me, it's really important to highlight the generosity, the kindness of others, and that if you raise people right, they can turn out to be good people. And that's exactly what these students have done here. And there have been, and just like the little girl with the with the letterbox, there are some amazing people out there, and I really want to share these stories, even if they're a couple of years old. It's fine. I think, you know, sharing these stories really does have an impact on people, and I hope you guys have enjoyed them. So I hope, as I say, I hope you guys have enjoyed those good, warm-hearted stories. Now we're going to come to some funny stories. But before that, guys, do you know what I know this is for Christmas Day, but you ever had you're part of your job, you're with your crew and whatnot, and then you have your Christmas party. You have your Christmas party or Christmas meal, and you find out that didn't really go exactly as planned, really. Sometimes the morning after the office Christmas party is not exactly how you wanted it to be.
Thank you all for attending the Christmas party last night and turning up on time today. I'm sure there are some sore heads. We should first maybe speak about what happened last night. Obviously, Jeffrey hasn't turned up today, not surprising, considering his behaviour last night.
Never in all my days.
The first step is probably to have HR contact Jeffrey, and then...
Oh, sorry I'm late.
Jeffrey.
Oh, last night was fun. Wow. Oh, my head this morning, though. Yikes.
You thought last night was fun?
Oh, it was brilliant. Yeah, well, everything up to the dinner. I mean, I think it's a little hazy for me after that.
Does it?
Oh, that free bar. I think that might have been a mistake, guys. Whoa. Did we go anywhere after the restaurant?
Yes.
Or?
The police station.
Oh.
The hospital.
What?
And the dog kennel.
Random. What a night.
You don't remember anything?
I do remember Jane making an absolute fool of herself at the karaoke. Embarrassing. Hey, look, Don't Stop Believing. That is a difficult song. Anyway, you wanted to get the Hearn accounts closed off before Christmas, right? The expenditure's on my desk. I'll go grab it now. I'll be right back, team.
Are they buying it that you don't remember?
I mean, I think so.
Okay, well, look, this is the only way to save your job, okay? Just pretend like nothing ever happened, okay? People will be too embarrassed to talk about it or ever bring it up.
You really think he doesn't remember?
I mean, if you did what he did and remembered, could you really show your face around here again?
Good point.
You sure this is gonna work?
Yes, last year I shot myself in the Christmas party and I punched Declan in the face. Year before that, Amar took off all his clothes, covered himself in trifle. Then Steve kissed the boss's wife.
The boss doesn't have a wife.
He did at the time.
Why do we have a Christmas party every year?
I don't know.
Got him! So, any problem areas I've highlighted in
Jeffrey,
blue?
you killed someone last night.
I don't remember.
Well, if you don't remember, you don't remember. Okay.
Same venue next year?
And the free bar.
Yes, essential for morale. How do we feel about the sandwiches?
Doomda.
What? You don't remember? I don't recall. It never happened. No, nothing happened. Nothing. You don't remember doing that? Yeah, someone's lost their life. That's pretty serious. Oh dear. Alright, you gotta love Four Iron Arms YouTube channel, guys. Do check out their content. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so who is ready for some funny news? These are news stories not to be taken seriously. Or do you want to take it seriously? So this is from the most reliable news website in the world called NewsThump. If you know what NewsThump is, you know how reliable it is. So Elon Musk buys Santa Claus and introduces a $9 fee to ensure any child can become verified and write to him. This is a great quick scheme capitalizing on Santa Claus. Turn Santa Claus into capitalism. $9, guys. You can get verified by Elon Musk, to get closer to Santa. What a great idea this is, man. He bought Santa Claus. He's bought the North Pole. He bought the workshop. The elves now, not only do they work for Elon Musk, but they also are now So so for those who don't know, Elon Musk has bought Santa Claus. He bought the North Pole. He also bought the Christmas factory, and he sacked. He recently let go a lot of staff on X recently, and now he has elves. He has some of the elves who he's pulled out of the workshop to go and run X now, so that he can. And then obviously less bodies working in the Christmas workshop because got to cut costs and whatnot. You can't have you can't have Robin, who's been sitting on the sidelines, not doing enough work. So he's pulled him out, put him on the social media instead of having him in the workshop, and obviously putting Santa to good use. I wonder how much Elon Musk bought him for. Generally curious. We'll have to find out. So, after months of negotiations, the billionaire social media owner Elon Musk has finally got his hands on Santa Claus Empire, and has promised big changes to make the organization profitable after almost 2,000 years of continual losses. Wow, Santa Claus's empire has been making a loss. That's not good, guys. That's not good. In addition to the immediate dismissal of the 200,000 elves! 200,000 elves have been dismissed. Oh, my days. Damn, where are they going to go? Lists and letters from children will now have to be paid for. Well, I mean, they've got to find the money somewhere, guys. I mean, you've got to be realistic with this, guys. There's no reason the cost of communicating with our employees. It should be the sole responsibility of Santa Claus Incorporated. It's economic nonsense. We have to pay for the bill somehow, explains Musk, a Santa hat on his head. However, Musk was keen to emphasize that he promises a fair price for everyone. For just $20 a month, you can send as many letters to Santa as you want throughout the entire year, and you'll get a premium guaranteed delivery on Christmas Day, he explained at a press conference. This is very good. So, if you invest in Santa Claus, you will get to send a letter. And you'll get guaranteed your presents from him on Christmas Day. It'll be guaranteed. I mean, I know it's difficult all year. It's difficult, you can't always guarantee it on that day. But $20 a month, guys, $120 a year. That sounds like a very good deal from Elon Musk. A cheaper deal will be available for $9 a month, but with deliveries up to 50 days after Christmas. Okay, so you can get an even cheaper deal if you want to, if you're struggling with cash, guys. Santa Claus will be gradually retiring and replaced with a distribution collective in partnership with UPS and Amazon, which should be ready just in time for the holidays. Okay, so they're looking to phase out Santa Claus. He has been doing this for quite a long time, to be fair. It is no longer possible to pay so much for Solidarity Little Old Men who works just one day a year. It's time to modernize and introduce logistical technology into the mix, explains Musk. I'm going to introduce 5 new Christmases a year, with premium subscribers can enjoy all of them on the same day, so all of their Christmases can come at once. Now that sounds like a really good thing there. They can get all their Christmases at once there. A premium subscription from Santa Claus Incorporated sounds really, really good there. I mean, it is time for Santa to step down and let Elon Musk do it, guys. I think he's done a lot for Christmas, and I think it's time for him to take a step back, on this. I think it's a very good thing, and bringing capitalism that can really help Santa Claus, really help the industry. I mean, there are going to be still some elves working at the North Pole. There will be some elves working there, but they, just letting off a lot of them, but who are just sitting around not doing anything. Spreading Christmas joy. Where's the money in spreading Christmas joy? It's about the present. It's about turning it into a profit, guys. Where's the Christmas joy in that? It's all about money at the end of the day. So this is very, very, very interesting to see how Santa Claus Incorporated goes forward under the new regime of Elon Musk, guys. So we will keep an eye on that one as much as we possibly can for you. Another big story coming out of Newsfront is quite a heartwarming one, because as things get colder, it's going to get harder for certain animals. So as the cold weather arrives, pigs are delighted to hear that they'll soon be getting blankets. This is so wonderful, guys. I'm so happy that the pigs who have been freezing themselves during the cold winters, they're going to be getting blankets to wrap themselves up. It is So nice that that's going to be the case here. You know, for too often, many animals, they just get colder and colder, and they just need a bit of wrapping up. You know, it's you know, it can get really cold. You guys know what it's like during the winter period. It's really tough times, you know. So as days finally turn colder, Britain's pigs are delighted that they'll soon be getting blankets to help them keep warm. This is wonderful news. So pigs who spend much of the day outdoors rooting in and around the mud for anything tasty that might turn up have had concerns about the change in the temperature recently and hope that the pending blankets are good, thick, warm ones. I overheard the farmer saying how all my family would be getting blankets as he led them away the other day, said Pig Snoutsy Williams. Oh, that's good. So he took them away to get them all wrapped up. That's good. All wrapped and warm, he said, with plenty of apple stuffing. It's so nice to know that they'll be well fed on fruit. Obviously, I'm disappointed he didn't take me as well. He said the other day, I'll either be soon wrapped in a blanket or roasty toasty at the new year, so it'll soon be my turn. Very good. That's good to hear some positive news from News Thump there on the pigs. Absolutely delightful news, guys. Really important that we look after our animals and keep them nice and warm and toasted as much as we possibly can. I think it's a very good thing. It is really necessary to keep them nice and warm-hearted. That is for sure. What also needs to be kept nice and warm-hearted are penguins. But they're not always told that they should be. They've always been given the correct dress code, you know, when it comes to these things as well. As Janie Goody has pointed out in this points out here, you know, with the headline from the late great Janie Goody, you told me it was casual dress. Not always told everything, are they?
You told me it was casual dress, Gordon Joseph McAfee. Everybody's looking at me. Harry, calm down. Bon will get a beer. Nobody's looking at you. Well, I beg to fucking differ. Literally everybody, just move. Everybody's looking at me. This is so fucking embarrassing. You could have told me it was top hat and tails and fancy dress the night. Get me a fucking beer. I've never been so embarrassed in my whole life. Stop moaning.
Oh, God, why do these penguins just keep moaning? My God. And the language was so unnecessary. I mean, my God, just because, yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb to the rest of them, that, you know, it's not my fault you weren't told the dress code. Ah, dear, oh dear. What is it? First, you had very happy pigs, yeah, getting blankets, and then you have this a very moany penguin, you know, kicking off because he's wearing the wrong dress code that everyone else is wearing. I mean, it's just ridiculous, you know. Why can't they all just be happy, you know? No, they can't be happy. They have to be kicking up a fuss about something. Ah, dear, oh dear. Well, unfortunately, guys, before Father Christmas was bought by Elon Musk, this massive story came down. This might be another reason. This explains why Santa Claus is being let go by Elon Musk. I think this story speaks quite itself, and it's a very serious one from News Thump, guys. So Father Christmas has been accused of illegally monitoring millions of children. This is terrible news. I cannot believe Father Christmas has been doing this. This is no surprise given the situation at Santa Claus Incorporated, that Elon Musk's takeover, that we find out that Santa Claus has been going too far. This is going too far. Yeah, we need to safeguard our children at all costs, guys. This is just absolutely shocking news. So Father Christmas is the latest high-profile figure to become embroiled in controversy around the illegal monitoring of members of the public after claims he'd been watching millions of children without permission. The accusation comes from 9-year-old Jake Williams, who claims that Father Christmas told him at the Aquadene shopping centre in Manchester that he'd be watching him very closely throughout the year. Williams told the police, he asked me if I'd been good and he told me not to lie as he'd been watching me all year. It was terrifying. How can he break the law like that and not find himself in front of some sort of government select committee? I'm entitled to my privacy just like every other citizen, and now I feel violated. Closing the curtains doesn't work, as Santa said he was able to watch me using magic. Magic? My God, this is absolutely shocking. I can't say any more as my lawyers have said it might prejudge any compensation claim that I might choose to make in the future. Legal experts have suggested that such a widespread misuse of trust could lead to a significant custodial sentence. As one explained, it's bad enough to hack the phones of some C-list celebrities, but to keep tags on our nation's children is simply unacceptable. I couldn't agree more. It's absolutely unacceptable, guys. It sounds like the system he has in place makes the NSA a prison monitoring program look like amateur hour. Just who does Santa think he is to decide if a child has been good or bad? He's acting like he's the police, the judge, and jury. It's wrong on so many levels. Others have suggested that many adults have found themselves on some sort of register for far less. Daily Mail reader Eston Matthews told us, essentially, the guy has a database of young boys and girls being naughty. It has patio written all over it. I mean, not literally, it's on the computer, I think metaphorically. Seriously, though, this case could end up making Jivy Savile look like Faith. Oh. Absolutely shocking. Shocking. I cannot believe you would have someone like him monitoring children like that. I mean, who does this man think he is? Honestly, who does he think he is? It's absolutely terrible for someone to be doing that. It's absolutely terrible. Just cannot believe it, you guys. It's absolutely dreadful. I know, absolutely terrible. Guys, just want to remind you, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you are swinging by the premiere video, or if you are watching this from start to finish, hit that like button. It really does help boost the algorithm. Also helping boost the algorithm is sharing this across social media, sharing it across other social medias, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Discord, whatever other social medias you do, just spread it around so other people can check it out. Helps boost the algorithm for this. If you haven't subscribed already to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you can help me get to 2,000 subscribers, that'd be great. I don't expect to get it by the end of the year, but if you can help me get there a bit closer, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to go one step further and financially support me in the work that I do on this channel, you can do so. You can financially support me in the work that I do. If you're watching this via Premiere, you can leave a super chat, or you can give memberships down below, or you can join the YouTube membership for as little as 99p. You get access to custom emojis, like Ollie here behind me, who's very, very happy. Ollie here, excuse me. He's enjoying the Christmas festive season, and you can make his smile even better just by leaving a super chat or gifting memberships or joining the YouTube membership. By doing so, you are supporting him. You are also supporting the rest of the gang behind me as well. Introducing, for those who don't know the rest of the gang, let me introduce you. So this is Pingu, the communist spy, who was at the BRICS summit earlier this year. A couple of months ago, he was at the BRICS summit talking with Vladimir Putin about the protections of his fellow penguins. It was a general discussion there. So if you want to support Pingu, leaving a support there is greatly appreciated. And Cash Dummy, the Cookie Monster, who is hoping one day to return home to his native in Germany, because that's where Cash Dummy has come from. So he's hoping that his dad will return one day to find him. It is a long battle for Cash Dummy, the Cookie Monster there, who's been lurking behind the lava lamp. So if you guys want to support them all with using the custom emojis that you have whenever I do live streams or premiere videos, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member. So do support them and give them plenty of love if you can do so as well. Other ways you want to financially support me and the work that I do, as well as the guys behind me, by buying me a coffee or joining the Patreon. Links for all of them is in the description as well. So thank you to everyone who has listened. It is greatly appreciated. This next story from Newsthump. Man, I'm getting a lot of stories from Newsthump today, aren't we? Proud British patriot demands the elegant marbles to be sent back where they came from after learning they came here illegally on a small boat. I cannot believe it. The elegant marbles actually came on boats. It's bad enough when there's migrants crossing the channel, but elegant marbles that came to the UK illegally, that's absolutely shocking. Cannot believe this. A group of self-proclaimed English patriots, long vocal for their anti-immigration stance, has demanded the elegant marbles be immediately sent back to Greece after discovering that these ancient artifacts were brought to the UK illegally on a small boat by the Earl of Eden in the 19th century. Ah, dear, oh dear. Oh, I need to sign up for that one. Well, I'm not going to do that now. But we've heard enough. This is a massive scandal, guys. This is a massive scandal that needs to be addressed. If the elegant marbles are not sent back to Greece, this will cause absolute uproar and outrage. And I feel sorry for this man here, this grumpy man in the picture, that is not AI generated in any way, shape, or form. But I hope that those elegant marbles that came illegally on the small boats are sent back as soon as possible. This is a grave deal of injustice. That is for sure. The sooner they are sent back, the better. It is really, really important that we do so. Ah, dear, oh dear. Well, guys, before we go to the next thing, apparently some guy from Portsmouth wants to talk to us. I mean, it's just like, hey, what do you want to talk about? Well, apparently this person, you get these radio call-ins from people who like to say Merry Christmas and all this kind of jazz. Then we got this guy here, some guy called Colin from Portsmouth, wanted to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I suppose we could hear what he has to say. I suppose.
Colin is in Portsmouth. Hello, Colin.
Hello, mate. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Anthony.
Oh, well, that's lovely, Colin. Merry Christmas.
Except for Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, David Tennant, Carol Vorderman,
right.
the ECHR, the rain that fell on Rishi Sunak, people who want Clarkson to pay his fair share of taxes, Dan Needle, working people, Prince William's beard, state schools taking private hard-earned VAT, winter fuel, the Bank of England, Alex Scott, HS2 bat tunnels, Jeremy Vine's cycling videos, sex education, communities where everything's within a 15-minute walk, whilst 20-mile-an-hour speed limits.
Right.
Gary bloody Lineker resigning before we can sack
that
him.
must have been tough, yeah.
Taylor Ruddy Swift, National Trust scones, rainbow lanyards, saying sorry for enslaving people,
Right.
the Paris Olympic ceremony, Ray Gunn, the breakdancer, people upset by the royal family charging rent to hospitals, Clifton Suspension Bridge, who does it think it is? Moths, they're just emo butterflies,
moths.
women boxers who are women, celebrities who pretend to write children's books, Clacton residents who want someone to actually represent them,
What?
adverts with brown people in, making the Sheriff of Nottingham a woman, even though it's got nothing to do with Robin Hood, five-star migrant hotels, putting people in jail for hurty words and attempted murder,
Yeah.
letting a blind bloke dance on the telly. They had a deaf girl on last year. Where will this end? Naming hurricanes after women. That's a man's wind. Neutral toilets, apart from in aeroplanes, trains, and your own house.
Right.
And dynamic pricing. Apart from them, Merry Christmas and peace on earth to select mankind.
Merry Christmas, Colin, and love to the family.
Blue sky!
Colin.
Bloody blue sky. Bloody blue sky. Who uses blue sky? Who uses blue sky? Who would dare use that terrible, terrible blue sky? What a lovely man, giving all his love to everyone except a few selected groups and organisations out there. But everyone else was wished a very lovely, warm-hearted Christmas from a very lovely man from Portsmouth. And I thought that was very, very touching. Very, very touching from Explaining the Head's YouTube channel. Do check out their channel and give a subscribe as well. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. So guys, before I head out, I have one more funny video to see ourselves out. But before I do, I want to say, I already did a video this morning, but I want to do one here as well. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's watched along. I hope you guys, if you're watching this after Christmas, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you got to spend time with friends and family and loved ones. And I wish you guys nothing but the best, whatever your futures are, whatever your plans are. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported me and supported this channel. Whether it is just commenting, watching, liking, subscribing, sharing, whatever it is. Thank you to everyone who has supported me in any way, shape or form. I really, really appreciate it. And and I don't know what more to say except thank you. Whatever's going to happen in the future will happen. I don't know what I still haven't got in my head exactly what I'm planning to do in 2025. You know, this has been a project that I've been doing for more than a year, and in March will be obviously the 1 year anniversary, will be the 2 year anniversary since I started this journey. So, you know, if you are somebody out there who is struggling, the best way to support me is just by hitting the like, sharing, and subscribing. All that stuff really does make a massive difference. So if you generally do love and support and appreciate the work that I do, please do them, because it really does help. Support me the best way possible. And with that in mind, we have one last story, guys. Yeah, so I keep, you know, we had Santa Claus, you know, Santa Claus Incorporated being sold by Elon Musk. Then we had him monitoring children. But Larry and Paul have got the story more on this story that of Santa Claus stepping down. What a tragic story here from Larry and Paul.
Welcome to Broken News. There are claims that cancel culture is out of control after Father Christmas himself was forced to step down from his position. His centuries in the role are over after a social media storm. Our reporter has more.
Operating from here in Lapland, Nicholas St. Santa Kringle Festive Christmas Claus had become one of the most famous people in the world. But now he's been told he won't work again after online activists labelled his behaviour as problematic and dripping in white bearded privilege. Environmentalists have claimed that despite flying millions of miles every year, Mr. Christmas has made no attempt to offset massive carbon emissions, and they claim his association with the Christmas tree industry, or Big Tree, means he tacitly supports deforestation. He's also been accused of racism after records showed he hadn't once given a present to a child who's a practicing Muslim or a Jew. Well, in a statement issued by his lawyers, the 400-year-old Mr. Christmas, who lives at a fixed abode determined by global magnetic field, said, "This is incredibly unfair. They claim that I break into loads of houses every year and eat a mince pie in each one. No one can eat that much, not even Mike Graham. They also say it's creepy that I watch people sleep, but again, they don't say that about Mike Graham." In response, his critics have said Mr. Christmas is a danger to other aircraft. Pissed off his bonce in charge of a sleigh, they say it's well known that he's downing in the region of 3 billion glasses of sherry every Christmas Eve before flight. In a statement, these same activists say, "This guy claims to be a saint, but runs what may well be an unpaid sweatshop of small people. He refers to them as elves, which is in itself a microaggression. Our investigations also raise animal welfare concerns. One of Mr. Christmas's reindeer has definite swelling and reddening of the septum, suggesting an over-reliance on cocaine to meet unrealistic work demands. When questioned, Mr. Christmas calls it magical Christmas fairy dust, but he can't fool us." Back to you.
Thank you. Well, having been cancelled, we understand that Father Christmas has signed a deal to host a prime-time evening show on GB News. It'll be called Claus Out and will feature people who used to be famous, repeatedly claiming that you can't even say Happy Christmas anymore. What a lovely story. Well, that's all from Broken News. You're up to date and do have a very happy non-denominational winter break.
Wonderful there. Terrible Father Christmas. I can't believe he's been snorting cocaine, claiming it's white powder. Like, I mean, what do you expect, guys? Absolutely ridiculous from him. I mean, Santa Claus has terribly gone too far. He has gone too far, guys. He has gone too far. So, guys, I want to say before I go, a massive thank you if you have watched from start to finish. Thank you so much for watching. If you have come along during the premiere video, thank you for dropping along. If you've left any super chats or gifted memberships at all, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me if you have done. If you have been supporting me, whether you've been supporting me from the start of this journey, whether you have been coming along, or whether you're just brand new, thank you for coming by. I really do appreciate the support that everyone does. And And who knows what's going to happen in 2025. But there will be so much to cover. Oh dear. There is so much to cover. But I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas special. Enjoy the rest of the period. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's totally all right. If you're not somebody who particularly celebrates Christmas, whatever your plans are, I hope you have any. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy and spend that time with your friends and family and loved ones. Please try to stay positive. Please have fun and enjoy enjoy the end of 2024. And let's try and be positive to the end of it, guys. So, just before I head out, I want to say thank you from me, thank you from Ollie, from Pengu, from Cash Dummy, for all the support you guys have given us. And before I go, I just have one last thing to say. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, we greatly appreciate it. Share this across social media so others are notified of this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing because it really does help support the channel. If you want to go one step further and financially support me and the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. And you can even join me on Rumble or Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.